As you guys all know, we're officially in the midst of the NBA Finals. These playoffs have been so exciting. These finals have been entertaining as hell as well. The Nuggets are up 3-1 in this series versus the Miami Heat, but the Heat did take one game in Denver, so who the hell knows what's going to go down in this series. The Miami Heat have had such a historic playoff run, so anything could happen really. But today, I'm going to be talking about the NBA Conference Finals in specific, because without these games, we would not be where we are right now in the NBA Finals. So, first conference, first matchup, Nuggets versus Lakers. Every game in this series was a close one between the Lakers and the Nuggets, but every game ended up in a dub for the Denver Nuggets, sweeping the Lakers in 4 games to move on to the NBA Finals. Not a gentleman's sweep, not a 3-2 series win, not a 4-2, whatever. A sweep, a classic old school sweep. And Nikola Jokic was just too much for Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and the Los Angeles Lakers, throwing crazy dimes all over the place, posting up Anthony Davis. And Rui Hachimura was actually the only one who did the best job, at least statistically wise, guarding Nikola Jokic. Anthony Davis did do a good job on the interior, but his offensive game just didn't match up to the offensive output that Nikola Jokic was putting up for. He accounted for at least 40 of the Denver Nuggets' offensive points and played very well-held defense on the Los Angeles Lakers in transition and during half-court sets. He averaged 32 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists, shooting 50% from field goal range, and 47% from three-point range. Playoff Jamal Murray also hasn't slowed down a bit, averaging about 32 points, getting to his spots at ease, and it's really dope to see how aggressive and efficient he is in the postseason. He's a completely different beast. I know, Jamal Murray is still a very good player during the regular season, but during the playoffs, this man turns into a superstar. Like I said, averaging 32 points, shooting 40% from three-point range, dishing out 5 assists, while shooting 52% from field goal range and averaging 2.8 steals to go along with it, getting to his spots at ease with no hesitation. And the Lakers' very poor perimeter defense was one of the main downfalls of this series for them versus the Denver Nuggets. They could not close out on threes, and there was always somebody open in the corner for the Denver Nuggets, whether it was Bruce Brown or KCP, who ironically won the championship in the bubble, taking down the Denver Nuggets in the process in the conference finals and end up winning the finals versus the Miami Heat. So this could be KCP's potentially second time beating the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals. Most of their main players, their 9 guys, are in double figures, other than Christian Braun and Jeff Green. But Aaron Gordon, Bruce Brown, those guys averaged 12 points. Michael Porter Jr. averaged 15 points. And the Lakers just did not have that offensive output. The Denver Nuggets play like just a well-oiled machine. Everyone's on the same page. There's no arguments and huddles. There's no disagreements. It's all just basketball and getting the job done, and that's really dope to see. And there's just good vibes in the locker room. Nikola Jokic is a great leader, and it really sucks because I'm a Lakers fan and I thought we were going to put up more of a fight. But sadly, D'Angelo Russell struggled in this series, shooting 32% from the field. And this hurts me because he was brought into the league as a Laker. And as a kid, I went to the game where he did the ice in my veins celebration for the first time versus the Brooklyn Nets, who ironically, he would join that team, being traded from the Los Angeles Lakers, and have one of his best statistical years a couple of years ago. But the Lakers have some serious moves to make this offseason. And I know there's been rumors that Trae Young, Damian Lillard might be moved to Los Angeles, but That just sounds like ignorant Laker fan talking, because it's talking and thinking, because we could possibly get Damian Lillard, but I don't really think that's going to happen. It's been reported so much, so who the hell knows at this point. But I never thought we would get Russell Westbrook, but for some dumbass reason, we ruined 2 years of that man's career to bring him here with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, 3 guys who, for their careers, shoot below 30% from three-point range and are high usage players. It just didn't make sense at all. None of those guys really play off the ball other than Anthony Davis. I don't know what that front office move was. And the Lakers only have Vanderbilt, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis under contract, so who knows what their team is going to look like next season. Now moving on to the Miami and Boston series. Like I said, Jimmy Butler and Miami Heat have had a storybook playoff run, taking down the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round, beating them in a gentleman's sweep. Jimmy Butler in that series put on a show, averaging 30 points, shooting over 50% from the field and over 35% from three-point range, with a couple steals to go along with it, getting to his spots at ease. And if you watch previous videos of mine, if you've watched the playoffs, obviously, you know this man Jimmy is different when he's in his bag. Just the way he brings the mojo and confidence of his teammates up, instills winning attitudes into them, is one of the main reasons why they are where they are right now. Now, in this series versus the Boston Celtics, it seems like that was going to be the case again. Another runaway. The story was not finished. It was still being written, because the Miami Heat had a 3-0 series lead versus the Boston Celtics, but in Game 4, things took a turn for the worse for the Miami Heat, when the Celtics started to play great basketball again. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown meshing better, playing as a unit. The role players like Derek White, Al Horford, all making their shots. Grant Williams and Derek White hitting very clutch shots down the stretch. And the help defense they played on Jimmy Butler, taking him out of his spots, making him uncomfortable, making him shoot 27% from 3, and making guys like Caleb Martin beat them, was one of the reasons why they ended up coming back into the series. But in Game 7, Caleb Martin stepped up, dropped 20-plus points. The Heat went into the fourth quarter with a 10-point lead. And even though this win was a good one for the Heat, it's a little bittersweet, because they let the Celtics come back in the series, winning 3 games in a row, and the Nuggets were just waiting there the whole time for the Heat or Celtics to win the series, since May 22nd is when they took down the Lakers. And the Celtics have some moves to make this offseason. Jaylen Brown is up for a Supermax extension, and they're probably going to move on from guys like Smart, Horford. In my opinion, they need a real traditional point guard, and they might need a coaching switch. Mazzulla might be too young for the job. Al Horford is literally older than their head coach, and he might not have the respect for the Celtics locker room. So, with all that being said, I hope y'all enjoy this. I hope y'all are enjoying the NBA Finals just like me. Deuces.